Evangelos Tsantali started to cultivate this vineyard at the early 70s. He planted some international French varieties such as Cabernet Sauvignon, and he planted 10 hectares. Originally the monks were cultivating the vineyards, but as the vineyard was expanded, we have employed workers and come here to cultivate the vineyards. Right now we are cultivating almost 100 hectares. We are keep on expanding this vineyard and we are aiming to reach to 200 hectares. You can see here some vines that are 1 year old, and also you can see some vines that are 40 years old. As you can see, it's a very big diversity here in Mount Athos. The vineyards are starting from 100 meters. Right here we are in almost 200 meters, and we're reaching up to 400 meters, our highest vineyards. The soils are different. We have sandy soils to sandy clay soils, sandy loam soils, and sometimes you can find the bedrock in 30 or 40 centimeters. It's granite. The climate here is Mediterranean, we can say, because we do receiving the breeze from the sea, as you can see. Usually we don't have problems, so it's a non-irrigated vineyard. But as you know, the climate gets warmer and warmer. Now we are thinking to establish some irrigation system.
May I ask how much rain you get a year here?
We're getting 300 millimeters, but the problem is we are not getting 300 millimeters during the vegetation period, so we are receiving most of the rain during winter, so you don't need...
When you have when you have such a thin layer of topsoil and such a dense bedrock like granite, what happens to the roots? Are they able to penetrate the granite?
Yeah.
They are.
They are penetrating.
So the granite is not... So the
granite striated.
Yeah,
it's striated. Okay,
exactly,
fine.
Exactly,
Okay, so it's not solid granite.
No, it's not solid granite because, you know, we have a lot of earthquakes here in Greece, so it's not very stable.
Well,
anyway, so now we are thinking to establish this irrigation system just to, you know, to avoid the extra stress for the plants. The cultivation is organic. You know, the main problem here was not from the plant protection point of view. It was very easy to convert this vineyard from conventional farming to organic. We don't have, as you can see, the place is isolated, so we don't have side effects from other using pesticides or something else. The main problem is the fertilizer. So we are using manure. It's very difficult, you know, to transport huge amount of manures over here and then to apply it. So this is the main problem here. You know, sometimes here the heat exceeds very. So we have a lot of sunshine, and the vines are stopping. It's physiology. So I would like to give them water just in order to keep them alive and not to stop the process of maturation. This is the main problem I'm thinking of, because, you know, some years I have noticed those phenomena. So it was difficult, you know. The sugar content was about 14 Beaumet and the seeds were green. So I do have some problems like that.
And you have a hard time reaching the anthocyanin levels.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah, when especially when you have a very hot summer, it's very difficult to achieve
phenological ripeness.
Yeah, phenological ripeness. That's why I need water. Not to all vineyards, but.
So how much vineyards do you have here on Mount Athos?
Yeah, I can say now that we do have 100 hectares which are active vineyards, but we are in a phase of replanting and expanding the vineyard. So I believe in 5 years it's going to be 200 hectares.
Wow, more if you like.
Yeah.
So how do you work together with the monks here?
No.
We're not working with the monks.
You're cultivating the
We're
vineyards.
cultivating. We are employing people which are living here or are coming here every morning and living at the afternoon. Originally the monks, the first agreement between Tsantalis and the monastery was the monks to cultivate the vineyards and Tsantalis to pay them.
Yeah.
After a while, the monks discovered it's a very difficult job to cultivate the vineyards, so they prefer to do some prayers and live.
But were there vineyards before, or not in that extension?
They were not in that extension.
But some for private.
When our founder came here at the early 70s, he found some abandoned vineyards, some vines over there, some others over there. Because, as I told you, this monastery at 100 years ago had 200 or 300 people, and they were cultivating the olives, the vineyards. And when Evangelos Tsantali came here at the early 70s, there were only 3 or 4 monks, so everything was abandoned.
Well, to say something, red wine, as we say in the Basque, it's part of the monastic tradition. With every meal they serve red wine. Okay, so wine is not something, it's part of the tradition in Mount Athos.
So you supply the monks now with the monks with wine now, or
we supply with some monastery.
They did have some indigenous varieties here, such as limno. It was mainly limno here in Mount Athos because the island of Limnos is nearby, and they were transporting people and goods from Limnos to here with boats.
So when you took over, you replanted.
Yep, we have replanted the vineyard. Now we are based in Cabernet and Limno for the reds, and Athyria, Sirtico, Sauvignon Blanc, and Chardonnay from the whites. Those are the main varieties. We are doing some experiments. We do have some very good irrigation with some indigenous Greek varieties and some other international varieties.
You mentioned the other international varieties you're experimenting with.